Hey, what's up guys, Tech Time here and I'm back with another video. And in this video I'm going to be telling you guys my top 5 most anticipated smartphones of 2015. So yeah, let's do it. Coming in at number 5 is the Seagis V Squared. Alright, so this phone actually made its way in CES 2015 and it was still in the beta form. They were just trying to figure out how they're gonna make it. And it actually packs a lot of good specs. From a 5-inch 1920 by 1080p screen, 445 ppi, it actually has a very good screen. While it's not the best looking phone, it actually is a high-end smartphones, except when it comes to the processor. So the processor is 2.5 GHz Snapdragon 801 quad-core processor. Alright, so the cost of this phone actually costs $650, which for me, I think it's a bit overpriced. Even though it has a lot of specs, has a fingerprint scanner, from the 21 megapixel rear-facing camera to the 13 megapixel front-facing camera. While this phone can actually shoot 4K, it's still, the $650 price is a bit overpriced. So the reason for that is we don't get a quad HD. So the reason for that is because we don't get a quad HD display and we don't get a high-end processor. But at the end of the day, I think this is a pretty spec'd out phone. And the way it looks, I don't know. I'm still a bit skeptical on the way the phone looks. But this actually made it in my top 5 because it actually caught my interest. Just because it's a different company, a new idea. So yeah, that made it in my top 5. Alright, so in no particular order, coming in at number 4 is the next generation of the Nexus 6. So I really don't know what they're going to call it, but I think this is going to be one of the most anticipated phones of 2015 just because this phone has received a lot of attention in the past couple of years from the Nexus 4, Nexus 5, Nexus 6, and most likely this generation Nexus. And the reason for that is that it gives you the best of the best specs and with the experience of the new Android M. So I think a lot of people are going to be curious of how this phone is going to perform, how it's going to look like. But I can tell you this, that this phone has been rumored to have a fingerprint scanner, and actually it might have also the USB Type-C connectivity that they have in the Chrome Pixel and the new MacBook. So I think a lot of people are going to be curious to test those out and see how they work. Coming in at number 3 is the OnePlus 2, or the next generation of OnePlus One. Now the reason this is on my top 5 list is because the OnePlus One actually blew up the internet. This phone has received so much attention because it has the highest of the highest end specs that they had in the year before with the low price of $350. And while this one was hard to get because it was only invite system, it had a high demand and low supply. So I think a lot of people are going to be interested to see what they're going to do with the OnePlus 2. They're probably going to pump up the specs to a quad HD screen, a better camera, better sensor, which the camera was actually really good. It competed with the Atom 5S and the other competitors. So yeah, I think the OnePlus 2 is going to make its way any time now and is going to blow up the internet just like it did with the OnePlus One. So coming in at number 2 is the Galaxy Note 5. So what we know so far about the Galaxy Note 5 is that it's going to look like the Galaxy S6 from the teaser video that I've seen. And so from the past generations, we know that this spec sheet is going to be destroyed. It's literally going to be destroyed. So rumors have been saying that we're going to get a 4K display, a Snapdragon 82X Plus processor. I mean, the processor is probably going to blow up the phone, but you know, 4 gigs of RAM, and some other great specs that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still rumors, but yeah, it's very possible. And new sensors, probably the fingerprint scanner is going to be faster, better, and the heart rate monitor, which I don't know why they still put that in there, but you know, that's what they want to do. And I think the Galaxy Note 5 is going to look very sharp, it's going to be very powerful, and yeah, it made it on my top 5 list. So coming in at number 1 is the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. That's it. So really, the iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, while they're not going to get the highest of the highest end specs, I think they're gonna get pretty much they're gonna get a bump in specs. Not much else really. They're probably gonna most likely look the same, just because the past S generations look exactly the same. So it's still unclear of what kind of specs we're gonna get, but I'm really hoping. Here's what I'm hoping: higher megapixel count, 4K video recording, a quad HD on the S6s Plus, a 1080p screen on the S6. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, that's all I really hope for the iPhone 6s, 6s Plus. And yeah, these are my top 5 most anticipated smartphones of 2015, and they're in no particular order. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.